Jai Sitaram. Balakant, chapter 23. We are discussing the inner meanings of the very beautiful verse with which sage Visvamitra wakes up Lord Rama. This is known as the Suprabhata verse, and it is Kaushalya Supraja Rama purva Sandhya pravartate Uttishta narashardula kartavyam devamahnikam. We have already discussed the deeper meanings of the term Kaushalya Supraja and Rama. We have seen how sage Visvamitra establishes the reciprocity of love between the Lord and his sincere devotees such as Mother Kaushalya. We have seen how sage Visvamitra himself wants to establish a transcendental relationship with Lord Rama, which is devoid of awe and veneration, but is full of parental love, which is a category of the Vatsalya Bhava, as experienced by gurus who see the Supreme Lord as their own disciples. We have also discussed how Rama means the reservoir of all happiness, and the presence of Rama is absolutely necessary for us to be happy. The Lord is Sad, Chid and Ananda Vigraha, and without Rama there is no Ananda, there is no bliss, there is no happiness. And this concept was very clear to the devotees of yore, who understood that unless and until they serve the Lord, unless and until they establish a connection with the Lord and his devotees, there is no chance of happiness. Now we are going to move on to the third phrase known as purva Sandhya pravartate. Purva means eastern, Sandhya means aurora or daybreak, and pravartate means it is commencing, it is emerging, it is rising. So basically, sage Visvamitra is saying that, hey Ram, O beloved son of Mother Kaushalya, the sun is rising in the east, or the day dawns. So Visvamitra tells us that we should wake up at least by the time the sun is about to rise in the east. And we should remember that this is the Suprabhat mantra for Lord Rama, and therefore our prayer should start at least early in the morning. Technically, we should pray 24/7. We should never really lose our consciousness at all. But at least start your prayers before the dawn rises. Now, in multiple places in Valmiki Ramayana, Rama is compared to the rising sun. Tejasvi Aditya Iva. So he is as brilliant as the rising sun. He is actually as brilliant as multiple suns. And he dispels darkness like the sun. Therefore, Visvamitra asks Rama, the most radiant of all suns, to wake up. Now, the fourth meaning is a little bit more beautiful. Rama's eyes are repeatedly compared to the lotus petal. He is known as Kamalapatraksha, Padmalochana, Aravinda Dalayataksha. Both Visvamitra and Dasharatha have called him Rajiva Lochana. And we know that the lotus blossoms when the sun's rays fall on it. So Visvamitra is asking Rama to open his lotus petal-like eyes when they are kissed by the rays of the sun. In the next verse of this chapter, we will see that Rama wakes up listening to his master's very beautiful verse. Rama himself wakes up. So Rama shows through his actions that we should also wake up before the dawn of the day. Now, the next aspect of this is that in Bhagavad Gita 7.8, Lord Krishna himself says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sashi surya ho pranava sarva vedeshu shabda ke paurasham nrashu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. The purport says the light of the sun and the moon is also originally emanating from the Brahma Jyotir, which is the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. In Brahma Samhita 5.52, Lord Brahma says, Yachakchur esha savita sakala grahanam raja samasta suramurtir ashesha teja yasyagnaya brahmati sambhrita kala chakro govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. The sun, who is the king of all planets, full of infinite effulgence, the image of the good soul, is as the eye of this world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in pursuance of whose order the sun performs his journey mounting the wheel of time. So great scriptures such as Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Samhita have very effectively concluded the fact that the sun receives his rays from the Supreme Lord himself. And now it might seem like a contradictory position that Sage Visvamitra is asking Lord Rama to wake up by mentioning that his own subjective energy, that is the sun, is on the rise. But Sage Visvamitra is a highly elevated bhakta. And here he is mentioning that it is through the Lord's own energy that everything takes place in this world. The sun that is rising on the eastern horizon is rising because he wants to obey the Lord himself. The sun cannot work independently of the Lord. It's all for him. And the sun, who is a bhakta of the Lord, all the devatas are very great bhaktas of the Lord. The sun, who is a bhakta of the Lord, is waiting to wake up the Lord. And he is so gentle with his rays so that the Lord can open up his lotus petal like eyes and wake up to the rising sun. So effectively, Sage Visvamitra is praising the sun for doing his duty towards the Lord. He is praising the actions of Surya, who cannot wait to wake up the Lord. So let's recap the multiple meanings of purva, Sandhya, pravartate. One is that we should wake up quite early. Since it is the Suprabhat mantra, our prayer should start very early. Then Rama himself is compared to the rising sun in multiple places. So Sage Visvamitra is asking the most brilliant of suns to wake up to the rising sun. Then we see that the eyes of Lord Rama are compared to the lotus petal. And just as how the lotus blossoms at the first rays of the sun, so is Visvamitra asking Rama to open his lotus petal-like eyes when they're kissed by the rays of the sun. And the fifth is that Rama is the source of the shine for the sun and the moon, as we have discussed through Brahma Samhita and Bhagavad Gita. And Visvamitra is praising the bhakti of Surya and his interest in seeing the beautiful face of Lord Rama. So multiple meanings are accorded to just this one phrase, purva sandhya pravartate. Now let's go on to the fourth phrase, that is Uttishta. Uttishta means wake up, to arise, to get up, to awaken. The second line of Venkateshwara Suprabhata is Uttishto Uttishta Govinda Uttishta Garuda Dhvaja Uttishta Kamala Kanta Trailokyam Mangalam Kuru. So it's arise, O Govinda, the holder of the flag with Garuda emblem. Cast aside your sleep to bestow your protection and solace to the universe. So Sage Visvamitra is also doing the same thing over here. So he's asking Rama to wake up and bestow his protection to everyone. So this is the wake up term mentioned in this phrase. Because in the previous phrases we saw Kaushalya Supraja, O beloved son of Mother Kaushalya, Rama, O the reservoir of all happiness, purva Sandhya pravartate, it is sunrise in the east. Now, sage Visvamitra says, Uttishta, O wake up, O Rama, wake up. So, we are now going to go into the fifth phrase, that is narashardula. Nara means man, shardula means tiger. So, narashardula means tiger amongst men. And Rama is usually referred to as narashardula or naravyaghra, that means lion amongst men, or nararishabha, that means the bull amongst men. All of them indicate the best amongst men. But we also know that Rama is not even 13 years old at this time. So, what is in him that makes him the best amongst men? So far, we have just learned that Rama is the best and the brightest of the four brothers, and he is very adept in all martial arts. He is the favorite of his father, and he is the most intelligent and wisest of them all. And we don't see anything beyond this. He doesn't kill any demons by the time he's 13. The first demoness that he kills is Tataka. And this pastime is going to take place in few chapters. So, why is Visvamitra calling Rama as narashardula? That is because Visvamitra is filled with amazement that the Supreme Lord has taken a form of a man. And even then, he hasn't hidden his own beauty or any other wonderful opulences. He is simply the best. We already know that Visvamitra, Vasishta, and so many other sages know that Rama is the Supreme Lord. And Visvamitra is filled with amazement. There is this beauty about Rama. There is this charm that he just doesn't hide. The Lord manifests these beautiful qualities in front of his great devotees. Rama was just as handsome in front of the Vanaras as he was in front of the Rakshasas. And yet the Vanaras are mesmerized by Rama's great beauty. The Vanaras are immediately very respectful towards the Lord, whereas the Rakshasas just belittle him, considering him to be a puny mortal. But devotees know that even when the Lord takes the form of a human being, he is not a human. He is always the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita 9.11, Lord Krishna says, Avajananti ma mudha manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as a supreme Lord of all that be. In the purport, it is said, from the other explanations of the previous verses in this chapter, it is clear that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although appearing like a human being, is not a common man. The personality of Godhead who conducts the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the complete cosmic manifestation cannot be a human being. Yet, there are many foolish men who consider Krishna to be merely a powerful man and nothing more. Actually, he is a supreme personality, as is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. He is a supreme Lord. So, even when Rama is just a little shy of 13 years old, sage Visvamitra knows that he is not just an ordinary boy. He is the best amongst everyone. But Rama wants to kill Ravana as a human being, because the Devas requested the Lord to take birth as a human being and kill Ravana in a battle. So, Visvamitra respects the fact that the Lord wants to be known as a human being, and therefore he calls him as a Nara. But even when he's acting as a human being or as a man, as a Nara, the Lord is simply the best. He cannot be an ordinary one. Therefore, Visvamitra says, you are the best. You are narashardula. You are the best amongst human beings. Because it was the Lord's own wish to be known as a human being. But Visvamitra knows that he is not a human being. He is the Supreme Lord himself. And yet he calls him, you are the best of all human beings. So Visvamitra is praising the Lord that he has taken the form as a human being to protect his devotees. So the three meanings of narashardula are, number one, Rama is the best amongst men. Number two, Visvamitra is filled with amazement. And number three, Visvamitra knows that the Lord is taken the form of a human being to protect the devotees, and he is praising the Lord for this action. So we will continue with the next phrase, Kartavyam Devamanikam, in the next section. Jai Sitaram.